Let's go.
Hey, I'm Claire.
Hey, nice to meet you. I learned that you started at 18?
No, I was 21.
21.
Yeah.
So she was the youngest in her legislature. So I thought that was interesting because I'm not the youngest, but I look younger than I am and I get treated like I'm a kid there.
I was gonna say, because how old are you?
I'm 42.
I would never have thought.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing, though, to look young.
Yeah, but I experienced some of what you were explaining, so I was trying to see how it actually is. I'm not 21, I'm 42, so they instantly begin to show a little bit more respect. But when you tell them that I'm 21, how do they respond?
Well, there's some of them that are like, that's super cool. I never thought of anything political when I was your age. Right. And then there's the other half that are, all right, listen here, this is how it's going to be and this is what you're going to do type thing. So there's pluses and minuses.
You got to set your tone, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do a lot of Gen Z reach out to you because you're a legislator?
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
that's okay.
Yeah, I would say so. And there's also because I have a college district, so there's also that, you're representing college students, so what's going on with them in their lives. But
that's interesting.
Yeah. So how about your district?
I represent a very diverse, huge district. So I have high income, refugee, low income. And then you have to kind of figure out how to address all their needs. Mm-hmm. And so it's hard, but it takes a lot of work because you have to be in those specific communities, and some request you more than others and some need you more than others. So my refugee community, they need a lot. Mm-hmm. And it's hard to give them money because they don't appropriate a lot for that immigrant and refugee communities.
What's the breakdown of your political scene?
I have an 80-20 district, so I'm a Democrat, and I have 80% Democrat and 20%.
So you're safe in your district.
That's what they say, but it this election was hard. It still was hard. I don't go in looking at 80-20. I go in looking at I'm still on the ballot. Mm-hmm. So I've seen somebody who went in with that attitude and they lost in the primary because they were like, oh, I don't got to work. And then they end up losing in the primary because they did not do the work. And it was unexpected. And I just don't want to be that because I want to finish. I got work to do.
Right.
So what do you work on?
What am I working on?
Yeah.
One of the biggest things in North Dakota this session is going to be property tax relief.
Okay.
We had a ballot initiative that would have abolished property taxes, and it failed, but it didn't fail by a big margin. So obviously people want relief and are paying too much. So, and then the question becomes, do we reform it or do we
from scratch?
Yeah, or do we just give them money back, or do we change the caps? There's going to be different, everyone's going to have their own opinion, so we'll see what happens with it. But
what made you want to get into politics at such a young age?
Right, so
it's kind of boring to me.
No, I love it. I don't like campaign season as much because it gets ugly and mean, but I love it. I interned for Senator Hoeven. Okay. And I just loved it. So I'm like, I want to be that.
That's interesting because I got into politics I was not interested in politics at your age, and I can't say I was interested in politics at 30 and 40. So I just became interested at 40, let's say like that. But
so you served for how long now?
I just finished my freshman term, so I'm going into my sophomore term. So I did 2 years, and I'm about to do my next 2 years.
Awesome.
But I got involved in politics because I have a child, and I watched George Floyd get murdered. And I have a black son, and I just could see him being George Floyd at some point, and I just wanted to see what I could do to make change before my child gets out into the world, really. Mm-hmm. And so that's what started me in politics. I wasn't really, I paid attention to politics, but I wasn't deep in where I was like, I want to be a politician, and being a politician was the best route for me to take to make that change so my son can get out here and have a better way of life than that. So that's how I got into it. But now that I'm in it, I'm like, I'm a politician now. Like,
you see things from a different lens when you're in it. And the longer you're in it, you're like, oh,
yeah,
I wish I knew that when I was.
Yeah, and I think just starting, I'm still learning.
Yeah.
So
also am I.
Yeah. we have a lot to learn, but Future Caucus, it's a great place. Like,
right.
What this has taught me is pretty much, I've never seen anything printed in Future Caucus with like Democrat or Republican or independent.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to take that lesson to the legislature in Georgia.
Right.
Because it works so well here. And I'm just like, if we as a nation adopt this plan, then I feel like we'd be much better. Like,
you get to know people based on not their party, just on their personality.
Right.
And it's different because then
different.
it's harder to, not get along. When
what are you? What's your?
I'm Republican.
See?
That
is so cool to me. Because I like to hear your point of view, and we're sitting here talking, and I didn't grasp that.
Right.
And from hearing some of the things that you've been saying, I don't have a problem with you, and I don't have a problem with you now that you said you're a Republican. So I really feel like that's interesting. I feel like we need to drop that blueprint somewhere, because it has allowed me to learn how you do your policy, and the policy that you focus on is some of the things that I would focus on.
Yeah, I could see the same thing with you guys as well. So it's cool to just be able to be here in person and sit down and hear from each other. And we just had a lunch, and that was great.
Right.
And we got to just kind of debrief in a room with each other, and that was
Without party lines.
Yeah.
So I think that's dope. And that's what I learned from this, so I take that back. I have learned how to work across the aisle better from being in these sessions and stuff, so I appreciate it. We go through the same stuff. As a Democrat or Republican, we go through the same stuff.
And then the part where when women introduce themselves, they usually say, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a things like that. Well, I'm not any of that, so I'm just like, hey.
And I think that's important to just, you can throw those labels away. I'm a mother. I don't go in and say, I'm a lesbian too. I don't go in and say, hey, I'm a lesbian. I don't do that. I'm just Imani Barnes. I'm just me. And whatever you take from it, that's on you.
Right.
And then we were learning about being strong and confident without being arrogant. And so I think that pertains to both of us, So I appreciate it.
Figuring out that line where you don't want to be too over the top, but you don't want to say words like I think, I guess.
Right. You want to be confident, straightforward. Let me see, what else did she say? This is really interesting though, because I'm struggling with being confident in this space.
Mm-hmm.
I'm struggling with being like coming off as confident as well. Sometimes they're like, she's an asshole, and I'm not. But you can't not have strength in this field. Like you have to, you got to be strong.
Yeah, stand up for yourself. Don't let people walk all over you.
And you sound more mature than me. I'm a kid in the legislature. Like I'm the one who's like taking selfies and stuff. But and then so they don't take me seriously, and then I get stuff done.
Kitty Caucus,
but I get stuff done. I still get stuff done. You just don't have to be getting stuff done the traditional way where you're like,
have fun, enjoy it.
So I think it's important to bring younger minds and experiences in, because politics is old and white and boring, and that's what we're used to. So let's just change it.
No, I was like the game that we played. We did a mock.
That was good.
What was it? Mock simulation. Yeah. And it was fun because I was totally thinking from like I started thinking from like the governor, because I was in the executive branch. So then I
Right.
started thinking of how the governor thinks and like what we were working on in the governor's branch or the executive branch.
Right.
You guys didn't even think about that.
Uh-uh.
And so I think I bring that back to the legislature. I'm like, okay, the legislature's running around doing all these things left and right, and then the governor's totally on a separate page. He's thinking,
Right.
different. And so that I really appreciated that way of thinking.
So now what would you do? You go try to influence the governor on your issues?
Not necessarily, but I'd want to see what they're thinking, what's on their minds, not.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
It took a while for someone like me to be able to sit in those seats.
Mm-hmm.
And so I appreciate what the ancestors did go through, but now I appreciate that we do have the opportunity to sit in these seats. So I thanks for your point of view.
Nice to meet you.